Today we are here at another very haunted location in our home state, Kansas. If you guys are new, I'm Gio.
I'm Chris.
And we're going to be investigating the 1858 Garnett House Hotel.
My name is Justin Spurrier, and this is the 1858 Garnett House Hotel. This place was built in 1858, of course, but it was built as a home and was only a house for less than 1 year before it was turned into a hotel. And that is because the man and woman who lived here, he was a colonel in the military, and his wife, decided she didn't want to stay here. So what we think happened was there's an article in the paper that talks about a storm coming by, and this house swayed in the breeze. And if you look at it from the front, you'll see it's kind of slanted a little bit. So we think what happened was that first year a storm came through, shifted the house, and they moved out and leased it to their son-in-law, who right away turned it into a hotel. And they didn't think about straightening it out, they just left it like this, and then they built everything else straight and just kind of locked it in position there. So it's kind of crazy that people drive by saying the house has leaned since the birth of Christ himself, Jesus Christ. When we purchased the place, it was actually a doctor's office that had been a doctor's office for a husband and wife who were practicing together since around 1950 when they purchased it. And we purchased it in 2017, and it was pretty much in this condition. We've improved it actually since we've taken over. But if you can imagine, people coming in here to get generic little prescriptions or aches and pains or whatever, they were still seeing people up until the 2000s. So that's interesting to me. And this is their lab coats right here, the his and hers lab coats. The doctor's office actually used this particular room. This was their x-ray table where they would do x-rays, but they would also do other things you can imagine. Like they had little surgical tools here and there. They would do minor things, maybe some major things, we don't know. We just know that there are some blood stains on the ceiling above you. Everything, that we have in the cabinets were prescriptions that they mixed their own versions. They didn't order out to get whatever the exact thing you want. They didn't have that back then. They made their own stuff, labeled it with a little sticky note. When it was a doctor's office, this was the door that they used. And his practice was this way and hers was this way. Being here after the fact, I'm thinking I wouldn't want to be working in any of these rooms, every single day, but yet here I am doing it anyway. So I can only imagine if they were actually experiencing things. We never got to talk to them. They both passed away now. But you can only imagine that they had to have been experiencing things, because we've had even, people that were patients of theirs said they experienced things here, just sitting right here in the waiting room. All of these little marks that go all the way around the room, those were from the chairs, the waiting room chairs, leaning up against there. So, just people that had sit in here or came in with another friend, they came in with their friend who had to go to the doctor. They were telling stories about things that they saw and heard and felt. So you can imagine what it was like, working here late at night, doing paperwork or whatever. Don't know. It's pretty wild to think of all the things it's been. Not only was it a house and a hotel, it was a jail. It served as a jail for at least one lady who murdered at least one husband, and she escaped. It was the center of the Underground Railroad. It was also a meeting place for opposing forces. So these beams actually were the exterior wall of the original house that was built in 1858. So it would have been here. This could have been like a back door where you would walk in, but someone got the idea that it was okay to remove this, and that's so they did, and we've had a lot of structural issues we've had to battle with now because of that. The original part of the house was built up there, and this would have been the rear of it. So light came on, but it could have been me here. It's a motion light in the bathroom. So right here we have the x-ray developing room. So this is where he would develop his x-rays. And on the back side of this wall, you'll be able to get a shot of all the writing, the hand markings and stuff he made for whenever he would clean the tanks or change the solution and things like that. He took notes of all that. And in here was his little room where he would see his patients. So we call this the safe room, but it's safe until it's not safe. It's kind of our little disclaimer, because we've had a few people claim to be attacked in here, and they were always female. This is where a lot of people claim to see this Grinner character. He kind of looks like Venom / Batman / badass. But he's a tall dude. You see, this is the actual bookshelf that they have seen him leaning on. And I'm well over 6 foot, couple something, and I still can't get there. So yeah, that's one guy to look out for. He's been seen in other shapes as well, like a beast type form, and a lot of times will be accompanied with the sound of like hooves. So that's definitely an interesting character for sure. The Grinner. That's what we call him. I think he has another name, but I think he gets a kick out of us. This is Christina. That's all I know about her. She's our newest addition. She was donated to us by a local resident here who had purchased a building, and it was an old Oddfellows building. And this was an authentic skeleton that they found there, and it's been in the building for a long time. She has no head because the sheriff's department took her head to do DNA testing, but I don't think we're getting that back. But as you can see, she does have a broken leg. They told me her name was Christina. I don't know if that was an official name or if that's just what they called her, but she's here now and she's brand new. So this is the stairwell, and it's terrifying. The non-functioning bathroom, so don't use this one, but you can investigate in here for sure. Chair, torture tub, that's what we call this, because this chair was designed to hold someone in. They had restraints and belts, ropes, chains, everything, as if to hold someone in there. And then there were whips, and then there was a whole photography set up here. This is old paper pot. Who knows what was going on here? Probably wasn't right.
First things first, before we start our investigation, we do have some new equipment. It's one of the first things that we're actually going to be testing out today is this little guy right here. It is called a Phasm Cam. Phasm Cam is going to be pretty much like a GoPro, but specifically for ghost hunting because it's like strictly night vision. So this is going to help us out throughout the night to kind of give us a second angle. See how long this battery lasts. We do got a battery pack that goes with it to, you know, kind of give us some extra time, but we're also going to be utilizing this later on tonight as well. So definitely stick around.
It basically like shows what that camera can see.
Correct, right.
Yeah.
We're going to go place this somewhere, kind of keep an eye out for it.
Paranormal music box. It's pretty easy to use. It's gonna calibrate right now. I'm here. That goes off like that. Both devices are set. And
Oh shit. That's me on that.
see, the REM pod is firing right now.
REM pod is mad firing right now. Could you please set off that REM pod once again? Let us know that you're ready to communicate with us today. We mean you no harm. We just want to tell you a story. We heard that this used to be a doctor's office, and we would like to be able to tell more of your story, if we may. Once again, you've already set off that REM pod. You just got close to it and you set it off. Can you please do that one more time for us? Or in addition to that, if you're in the Grinner room, could you set off any of those cat balls that are inside the Grinner room right now?
Again, guys, as Justin said in the tour, this is the original table that they used when this house was built.
Sandra.
What Sandra are you referring to? Is that your name is Sandra? You just have to walk up to one of them. You walk in front of this one, make a sound like that. If you walk next to this one, it'll light up just like that. It will not harm you. It's just letting us know that you're here present with us and willing to communicate with us. It is said we could get some activity from this specific room, but so far you have proven that to be false.
Agreed.
Agreed. Village.
They just agreed on you.
Village.
So you're agreeing that you are not in this room? Could you tell us what room we should go to? If you want us to go to the Grinner's room, could you set off one of those cat balls in the Grinner's room? We got 2 cat balls, one on the bookshelf and then one on the recliner chair. Could you set one of those cat balls off? You just have to touch it. It will not harm you. If you want us to go into the Grinner room.
Cement shoes.
Cement shoes?
Stephanie.
Cement
Stephanie?
shoes. Stephanie from McIntyre. What about Stephanie? What kind of information could you tell us about Stephanie? We're currently sitting here in the doctor's office. Could you let yourself be known by sitting off any of these devices that we have displayed here inside this home?
Discarnate.
Hotel.
Syllables.
Was it what? Discarnate?
Yeah. Or just based off the names, it said, if any of you guys are in here.
I'm with family.
With family?
With family.
Trying to think of what?
Do what?
Trying to think of like what situation where there was a family in here that ended up either passing away or they're together.
If you don't want to communicate, could you give us an obvious sign?
She died.
She died? Who's Stephanie?
Yeah, well, the last name was Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stephanie.
Stephanie, she died.
Did she die in this house?
Did you hear me?
Did you hear me? We'll be silent for 15 to 20 seconds. Could you make a noise for us and we could hear you? We'll be quiet right now.
Andrea.
So we're getting all these names, and it's like you're trying to introduce yourself to us. And we apologize that we have not introduced ourselves to you. I am Chris.
My name is Geo.
True.
And we're just here to communicate with you. If that is okay with you, we just want you to communicate with us back and set off some of these devices for us, and we'll love to spend the night with you and continue communicating with you throughout the night. We're here for 2 whole nights, so we're just wanting to get to know you a little better.
You're safe here.
You're safe here.
This is technically next to the safe room, which
Right.
is right
Next
there.
door.
Yeah, right there. That's the safe room, and then this is the main entrance, right? Or technically,
Yeah. Well, the back door.
yeah, where you enter, and then this is
Because the front entrance will be over here
the
on
office.
this side over here. Because that'd be the entrance to the office itself and this front door up here.
Again, we do mean full respect. We just want to be able to tell others your story on here and see devices go off pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm. Already going on 15 minutes in this location with no response.
So one last try. If any spirits out there can hear me.
Senator.
Samantha now? Alright, so Samantha, if you can hear me, could you go up to this red device here next to the antenna and set it off on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Fuck. No, that would be cool if it did. Alright, we're gonna wrap it up in here. Swear to God, if they go.
Huh?
Walk right.
Walk right.
And what's the right of me?
The commander's room.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much they don't want to communicate really in here, so we could probably move into that room.
Standing beside you.
Standing beside you.
Voice.
Voice. Are you gonna let us hear your voice?
That's what we're currently sitting in.
Yes, I'm listening.
Voice.
Nighttime.
Yes, I'm listening.
Nighttime?
Nighttime. It is nighttime. We're just here trying to communicate with you. We know it's a hotel and you're probably trying to sleep. We just want to, once again, know your name, communicate with you, and find out the reasoning of why you are still here to this day, haunting this location. If you could do me a favor, would you go up the stairs and set off that music box that's on the stairs? Could you just walk right in front of it and set it off?
Megan.
It's us.
It's us, Megan.
Megan?
Yeah.
There's so many female names that are coming through.
Like just a lot of names in general.
Yeah, I mean, we only had one guy name, and that was Billy.
Yeah.
Everything else has been all female.
And then again, this place was literally almost everything. Like, it was a photography studio, it was a brothel, it was
A jail
hotel.
house.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised why we're getting a bunch of names. So if there are any other spirits in here, we set a device on the top of that bookshelf that has flashing a red light. If you could go up to that antenna, please.
What are the lights?
What are the lights? The lights are to help you communicate with us. They will not harm you. It is just a way to let us know that you are here with us today, so we can communicate with you. Just use your energy or any of the energies from any of our devices to set off these devices. Let us know you're here. Show us how intelligent you are today.
Hopefully.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Literally, hopefully it doesn't. I was gonna say hopefully it doesn't fall, and then it says intelligent. Probably
It
just
says show us how intelligent you are.
And it said intelligent.
Wrong.
Wrong. What lights are you referring to? Are you talking about the lights that are inside this home? Do you want us to shut those lights off and go in pitch black? What did I say?
Disparate. Oh, it's kind of like desperate, but it's with an I. As we were saying earlier, there's 2 cat balls on this shelf. If you go up to them like this, they will light up colors.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Why do you want us to get out of here? We mean you no harm.
And are you speaking exactly about this room, or are you talking about this hotel in general?
Are we speaking with the Grinner? And we do apologize if you don't like being called that.
If you give us your exact name, we'll call you by that specific name. Could you tell us your name through one of these devices here?
Need a voice.
What did it say?
Need a voice.
Correct.
Need a voice, correct.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out, Tuft. The fuck is Tuft?
Tuft.
Yeah.
T-U-F-T.
Yeah. Watch out for what? Are you gonna drop something?
Standing outside.
Standing outside.
Messages.
What kind of messages do you have for us?
Standing.
Or what is your message to a kill? Watch out. Standing outside. Messages. Kill.
Standing outside. Like outside or outside a door?
I'm gonna guess it's outside, because, I mean, why would it be outside of a door? Can you make a noise for us so we know where you're at?
Tears.
Tears? Who's crying?
1940s.
1940s.
Imagine it says 1858.
That'd be a trip. Got an image of a older lady, kind of like her head in a way. Makes me wonder if it's the skeleton, because you know how she's missing her head.
True. And also that, you want to explain a little bit on that?
We were introduced today to a new device called GhostTube. It's another app addition to the ones that we already use. We use Spirit Talker, Necrometer, and now we're going to try to get our hands on a little bit with the GhostTube. GhostTube pretty much just takes some of the words
Living.
that we are communicating or saying out there, or just some of our thoughts and things like that.
Alive.
Alive. So living and then alive.
It did pop up an image of a lady, he said, of just her head.
Yeah, just her head.
And to the right of us, like in that room, there's a coffin there with real
Pull.
pole. And that skeleton in there is actually missing her head. So it's kind of weird.
Negative.
Negative.
Yeah, that's kind of weird how we get a picture of a woman and it's just her head.
Right.
It has honestly been like a solid 10 minutes in here.
Stewart. My name is George.
Thank God it's George and not Fred.
George, if you are in here with us, in this room, could you set off that device on top by the doll? Could you set it off one time for us? It won't harm you.
They cremated my body.
Jeez, a full sentence.
They cremated my body.
So is this George? And again, every time it makes that noise, it pops up an image.
Well, now it wants me to pay.
Close portal.
Close portal.
Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Scream.
Scream.
Good thing it's screen and not scream and not screen, because screen is the music video that Tech N9ne video did here.
That's the name of the song?
Strange music.
That's the name of the song?
It's called Screen.
Scream.
Try something.
What would you like us to try? Do you want us to go into the Estes method? Is that something you want us to do?
Cuts.
Cuts.
Cut.
Jesus.
Children's spirit death.
That's crazy, because one of the images that I got on the GhostTube was literally a child. I can't remember exactly what it was, because GhostTube wants me to pay for their subscription.
Alright, I think we're gonna wrap it up in here. No cat balls or the REM pod has set off yet. It has been well over like 15 minutes, I would say, or what?
Brandon.
Oh yeah, we were going on like 20 minutes already.
So we're gonna wrap it up in here. Take a small break, come back, investigate another room, and then move on to the Estes method.
We call this the Cowboy Room. We've had a lot of famous guests that stayed here when it was a hotel. There's Buffalo Bill, Wild Bill Hickok, Belle Starr, Bat Masterson, Jesse James, maybe even Harry Houdini. There's been a lot of like famous guests and outlaws that have stayed here. So we had to have a room kind of themed, you know, with Cowboy. We're working on that. I don't even know, like some of these pictures were just donated, so they're not really official yet, but then you got kids' toys. It's kind of just a big mix of everything, but that's okay because this place has been so many things that, you know, I move stuff around all the time and just to keep the spirits on their toes. Sexy room is, you know, this was an addition that used to be a back porch, but before that, you know, this was just the outside of the house, and there used to be a whole nother building that you would basically walk through here down a hallway into even more rooms, but they've torn that part down. You can definitely investigate in here. We get some strange sounds that happen in here. A lot of cool EVPs from in here. Maybe not, you know, safe for YouTube. Some of the stuff might be pretty raunchy. You know, I mean, if you're in there whipping yourself or whatever, like, who knows what you'll get. Dude, you might stir up some real stuff. This is the pink room. Pink light, pink curtains, pink wallpaper. And the name was just a given. But we get a lot of crazy stuff in here. There's the doll right behind you, Sarah. Her name's Sarah. She was my favorite. She's traveled with me kind of everywhere. And then she ended up here. So she's like the star of the show. And I think the other dolls get a little jealous of her at times. But that's my girl there. So if she falls down, her pants might fall off. Just make sure they go back up after you're done filming the doll with no pants off. Because sometimes you'll find her pants like completely off. It's kind of weird.
That train is mad loud or what?
Yeah.
It's part of the ambiance though. It like happens like every 30 minutes.
That's
you'll
where
get
the axe murderer came from.
Yeah.
Was from the train traveling.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we call this the upstairs middle room because we're upstairs and it's the middle room. This is Ginger. She has a G, but she's actually a local Garnett cheerleader.
Nice.
And she's lanky, tall, awkward, and she'll sit up there for a long time, and then sometimes she'll come down. But I personally feel like this room could have been used as the jail for one lady who murdered her husband. You know, she got away with it, but a mysterious buggy appeared one night, is what the paper said, and then she disappeared. And there's definitely a street view here and roof access from this room. And it was the smallest room, and so they didn't have a jail in town, they just told her to stay here. And that way she was kind of like in between everyone, you know? So we think this was her room, potentially, and so, you know, check that out too when you're investigating, because you might get some stuff that, like Ghost Tubes here gave me a woman in a jail cell, like it was crazy. Her name, Sarah Potter.
Okay, that's
Her name.
Okay.
Different Sarah than the doll, but
So we got two Sarahs.
this room here, we call this the ladder room because there's a ladder in here. And sometimes the name just sticks so hard, you just gotta stay with it. But
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
bro,
Wait, was that you? Like,
Well,
when
I
you
don't know. I don't know if it was me or not. I literally was sitting here and then I just feel it like rumbling.
I was-
And it just started I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I
I was like,
remember
what's
you said
that noise? And then
Yeah.
literally this toy.
so the downside is obviously I'm standing here and you would just sit
sat
down.
down, right.
But YouTube people will never believe it, but like this has been sitting there for a long time. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it don't. There's been a lot of people in and out of that chair and that has not done that. So, and people that were bigger than you are, you know, as far as size, and there went another shadow. Let's say you're a big dude, you're tall. You gotta be like, you know, 2 something. I think I'm 2 something.
But it was literally sitting all the way back here.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah,
Because like even this wouldn't even hit it, like, because literally I just sat down.
No, yeah, it won't. So it's not like it's obvious the floor's slanted, right?
Right,
Like
right.
if it goes, it goes. But the fact that it sits there for so long and don't go. This was also a schoolhouse, and if you look in here, there'll be like little book bag hooks or whatever. There's little initials written up there where the kids could hang their book bags. And you know, this closet's extra creepy. This is a lot of people's favorite spot. They say this is the most terrifying place, you know, is in this closet area. So we've had a lot of stuff happen where balls and toys will come flying out of the closet.
But I'm starting to think like how that car just came by bumping and all that bass kind of like shaking the walls. Why didn't this move then?
Well, and you guys don't live here, but we had like crazy storms the other day. In fact, someone photoed a tornado just south of town here. And I got the picture of it. And when I came to check on the place, the neighbor's window, which is actually an old part of this building, their storm window ripped off their house and slammed against our. Now that's like several yards away.
Yeah.
That's like a
That's like a
friggin'
whole
30,
house
40
full.
yards. Yeah. And it flew without touching the ground, probably hit our house, shattered, and there was glass scattered all the way from here to the alley.
Oh shit.
And half of the storm window frame was just missing. So there was some rotation that grabbed that window. That thing never moved. In fact, I don't know that any doll moved during that time. There was a couple that were down, but they were down before, according to the cam. So
Sure.
the camera. So like that never moved, and that was just last week. That's been there. That's what's crazy when I say that it hasn't moved. Is a freaking tornado dang hit the house almost, and it still didn't move. So Do it again. Can you do it again?
It's crazy because the first time we came in here, that's the first thing you asked. Do you want to move that truck before we come in?
That's my favorite thing. I like them to do it because, you know, when we're not in there, before we even walk in.
Camera. Coming on in. To the east side.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl's sticking
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I'm gonna chill right here. Hopefully no one pushes me off.
Your scrotum.
Shit, I thought you threw something at me.
I did, my scrotum.
Oh, did you? Where's that?
There's a blue one down there. The reason we don't usually let people in the attic is because it's just not safe. So, oh, I was like, what the heck?
That's me. Yeah.
So we're trying to get a fundraiser going. So if you're watching this and you hear the sound of my voice, go to the GoFundMe. We need you. This
Link
place
in
needs you.
description.
Link is in the description below. Also pinned to the comment section.
Oh shit.
Oh, now you're obligated. Just kidding. This was actually a rented room. So there was an abolitionist, the famous abolitionist John Brown, who actually stole a bunch of the slaves from Missouri, which a lot of people say was the actual motion to start the Civil War, was him stealing those slaves. Well, he brought them here and he hid them in the attic. This was a safe place for them. Well, one of those freed slaves stayed behind and became like a right-hand man for the colonel who owned this property. And he didn't live here. You know, he rented it to his son-in-law who turned it into a hotel, but he still lived across the street. So this guy's name was John Warren. He was just an upstanding gentleman. I mean, what reason he had to become an axe murderer, I don't know. Unfortunately, he was accused of being an axe murderer for a lady across the street. They found her chopped up. It made New York Times. And it was a big thing. And they came here and drug him out of here with force and had a quick confession from him, and then they hanged him from the rafters of the jail that they were building at the time.
That was the very next day too, right?
The next day, yeah, like it was very quick. So, you know, there was. Did anyone else hear that?
Was it like a laugh?
outside?
No, like
A
a
laugh or what?
like a female or something. You'll have to check that. That might have got picked up.
Someone walking outside? Like, can it echo in here? Or?
Well,
I mean, it could, but it definitely came from behind me.
Right.
That's why I think your directional might have caught it.
Unless it was like
Right.
in there or what?
It was like if someone had a balloon and went like that, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
You know, stretching out the lips of the balloon. Yeah, it gets a little more sketchy back there, but if you want to do something up here and you're staying like over here by the entrance, so it's plenty creepy. Like this is where I first saw the Grinner character myself, was back here. And there's been other people out there who've had videos where they've actually saw something in between these poles.
Right.
So it's definitely an experience just even being on this side. Now, something I always forget to mention to people because it's been so long. When we first got the place, I have ping pong balls set up everywhere. But we would have the ping pong balls go missing, and we would also have equipment go missing. Like I lost a mel meter, like a full mel meter. It was just me and my co-owner at the time. And he's not a thief, and he didn't take it. It just literally disappeared out of the bathtub. We didn't have a ladder at the time. There was no ladder. I had to like source an 1800s ladder to put one there. But there was a ladder there, obviously, many years ago. We didn't get it. By the time I got a ladder, I came up here, and all of that stuff that went missing was back in the corner, and it was stacked into a pyramid, a little pile. The balls were stacked into a pyramid. I don't know if you've ever tried to stack a ball,
It's really hard. Yeah.
especially on a floor like this. You try to take a picture of that, and then all of a sudden, they just fall. That's weird stuff, man. We had a lot of weird stuff happening with the stacking phenomena. You see these little window door frame things where I had seen something and found out later another guy had also seen something in one of the other ones, but a pure white bat creature looking, gargoyle looking demon thing crawled out. So it was like, if it was on its knees, it was like this tall, and it had like pointy ears, and it was just pale white, pure white, and just came out and like looked at me and then scurried back in. That wasn't like a real life creature. That was like something else. It wasn't like a raccoon that fell into the paint or something. It was legit something not right. See this chair? This chair has been standing up now for months. But look at this. You see how light I'm touching that?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. That's all. And it's been there for months. No one's up here. Not fallen. So to give that,
So if that falls, that's going to be loud as hell?
yeah. So that'll give you an idea like of what to expect. If you hear that, at least you'll know. There's a board that has actually never fallen from right there. So that one's still solid.
The REM pod on that over there.
On the chair.
Yeah, because he said that you get some activity over there on that chair.
Alright guys, this is the ladder room, right? You call it the ladder room.
We call
right?
it ladder room.
Because why? There is a ladder that goes straight to the attic, which is pretty sketchy up there to walk.
And if you look right above us right here, you'll see one of the patched holes. Addition to, if you look over here as well, you can see it kind of caving in as well over there.
Just again, the truck that moved during our tour is right there. This fun little bag right here filled with ghost hunting equipment goodies. Is that the music box by the stairs? Right?
Yeah.
Alright. Where are the fucking stairs? Fucking piece of wood there. Almost like, holy shit.
Oh. Did you get that?
Well, I don't know if I like completely got it falling off, but how did that happen?
I don't know, because it was up there and it's like it got thrown, because if it would have fell straight down, it would have went.
You didn't even touch that curtain, huh?
I didn't even move. I was literally right here, like literally trying to.
I don't know if it was me, because like my back was against that, and I don't know if the curtain was moving already, but man, whoever threw that doll down, thank you.
That's what we've been asking for this whole night.
I'm gonna set this device that I have in my hand in front of the staircase. You are more than welcome to walk across from it when I set it on. It's gonna calibrate. If you walk in front of this device, it'll let us know that you are near us. I'll give you an example once again. Doesn't even go off.
No.
Wait, what the fuck? I don't even know. Wait, let me try that real quick. Okay, no, that turned it off. Right there, it's turning on. Okay, and now, okay, just like that, go in front of the device and it'll let us know that you are here. Oh, that's crazy that doll fell like as I was recording.
Hopefully it got it.
I mean, it got it once it like hit the ground, but
Oh, did it? But I mean,
it was up there. Like,
right. Perfect. Thank you for setting that off that REM pod. We greatly appreciate that.
you are more than welcome to set off that REM pod again, or throw that doll back down on the floor like you just did earlier. Alright, let's head downstairs or what? He's gonna set that off.
Huh?
Or Chris is gonna leave that going while we go downstairs, see if that doll falls.
Recording, so we Gucci. So we need to get the headphones. And then what else? I think that's it, right?
Yeah. That's us. That's us. If it goes off again, that's technically not us.
Right.
So, alright, we're officially downstairs.
Wait.
And we're gonna grab the headphones real quick and then head back upstairs. If it goes off again, that's technically not us. Right. So, we're officially downstairs.
Alright, we're coming back up. Started with the red light or if I started with a green light. Alright, we're coming back up. If there is any spirits up here with us today, we're inviting you to communicate with us. With us today, we're inviting you to communicate with us. We mean no harm. As we just walked in front of this music box. Doll is still where it's at.
Let's stop this and then restart this or what?
Yeah. Of course, with the Estes method, you get yourself a spirit box. Instead of noise canceling headphones, we forgot a cord apparently for our original set. It goes with a blindfold.
Can you hear me? No, he can't. Alright. So, if any spirits in here near me can hear me, could you give me your name through Chris? Hot.
Hi.
Again, guys, it is hot as hell in here. And Chris said hi. Hi, how are you? We are here to investigate this place.
4.
You said 4? We mean you no harm, but we just want to know if this place is actually legit haunted.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
I died very recent.
I died very recent. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Hey guys.
Could you give me your name?
Caution.
Caution. Is there something that we should be caution about?
Ish.
Itch. Itch what?
Help you?
Help you. Are you trying to help me? If so, what are you trying to help me with?
There's a hole something.
There's a hole. Wonder if it's referring to that right there, because that is patched.
I like to talk.
I like to talk. Well, if you like to talk, this is Chris right there sitting on the chair. If you tell him any words, he will repeat those words, and I would be able to hear what you told him. So give him any word. Can you say ladder?
I'm here.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Could you set off this device that's sitting on the chair right here that is lit up red? You just have to go up to the antenna and then it'll let me know that you are here. Again?
Roy.
Is it Roy?
11.
11? Roy, are you 11 years old? If that's your name? That in there is the cowboy room.
Cross.
Cross.
In here.
Cross in here. That is kind of...
Please.
I'm pretty sure Chris has a cross tattoo on him. So I don't know if they're referring to Chris. Are you talking about Chris? Or is there an actual cross in here?
Judas Cradle.
Judas Cradle.
Blind.
Blind. Are you referring to Chris?
We need power.
You have plenty of power here. You can drain these devices. Hunt. You can drain these devices that we are using. You can also come up to this device right here.
Who's dead?
That device right there will allow me to hear you. And it'll also let us know that you are here. Said Ethan. So you could drain the light. You could drain these devices right here on the floor. You could go up to that device, touch it, or you could also go up to a device that is next to the stairs. You could use your power.
Sound like I said shh.
Do you want me to be quiet? I can be quiet.
Boy.
You said
Vortex.
vortex. It said boy. He said boy and then it said vortex. There is in fact like mirrors in here. I don't know if exactly they're facing face to face to each other, because that means that is a possible vortex. But you said boy. Ethan, if you can hear me, can you set off this device that's next to me, that is lit up red and sitting on this chair?
Influence.
Towards. Maybe.
Towards. You said maybe.
Of course.
Of course. Where are you? Could you give me a sign where you are?
Sure.
Colin.
Keep going.
Am I speaking to Colin? If I am, it is nice to meet you, Colin. My name is Geo. We both mean no harm.
E to hear.
True.
What do you need to hear? Again, for any spirits out there, or if I'm speaking to Colin, you could tell Chris any words and then he will repeat those
No.
words. What do you need help in?
Sackful.
Right now.
Sackful.
Here.
Here.
Now.
Here now.
They want.
What do you want? You are more than welcome to move a door, close a door, or throw that doll off again that is sitting on top of that curtain. That will let me know that you are here now. You are here now, not like,
Agree.
yeah, like
Believe.
believe. Do you want me to believe in something?
Stop looking.
Stop looking at what?
I will keep.
I will keep. I will keep what?
Our friend.
I will keep
Fast.
Very good.
I will keep our friend fast. And then Chris said, very good. Is there a specific message you want to tell us? Or a specific room you want us to investigate?
Dancing.
Dancing? Are you dancing somewhere?
They've upset me.
They've upset me. Who's upset you? Can you give me the name of the person that upset you?
Sick.
I'm gonna pull Chris out. Hopefully this guy doesn't punch me like he said.
Miscarriage.
What did you say? Burned and then miscarriage.
Burn and miscarriage.
Yeah.
Maybe it make even sense.
Somewhat, yeah. Like
It's like it just seemed like it was all over the place.
the REM pod or music box didn't go off.
Neither one.
No.
You want us to communicate with you some more through the spirit box SS method? Do us a favor and set off
Scare
that
you.
REM pod. Scare you? You're more than welcome to try to scare us.
If you close a door or open a door, maybe that will scare us.
Or even drop this toy again, or push this truck. Do you have the power or energy to do that?
And this one said hot. And I was like, it's hot as fucking.
Real shit. Mad.
Go back there.
Go back where? Where do you want us to go back to?
Go back to the library or the Grinners.
At the door.
At the door?
What door?
Blood.
Blood? The
The doctor's room, because there's like a blood stain on top of
Yeah,
the ceiling.
and that's the door that we used to come in. What's there? Why do you want us to go back there?
Yeah, you could just turn on that spirit box and try to distinguish words.
So we can hear your voice to the spirit talker now. Outside of the SS method. You said to go back there at the door where the blood is at. That's the doctor's room, the blood on the ceiling. Who's there? Didn't get to catch it, but
Yeah, like I'm right here, like my arm
Like-
stayed there.
like literally he didn't move, and we're trying to figure out
Like which one's right or left.
like what is right and left
And then
over here.
all of a sudden that dog just went like
I really wish I had that recording over there.
Should I set that doll back up or what?
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
That little doll buddy up there.
Presence beyond mirror.
Presence beyond mirror. Presence beyond mirror. Yes, there is a mirror in here, and it's that mirror where we said that it was from the original Tech N9ne end scene of his music video from Screen. If you haven't checked that out just yet, go check it out. Link will be in description. Tech N9ne, strength music, baby. It's gonna have a laser grid over there now. That's gonna be, of course, in black and white over there. If anything was to walk in front of it, of course, we'll be able to see like the dots go away. Right now, of course, it's on the doll. Trying to verify, you know, if that does happen to fall again. Can you tell me your age?
We're hiding here.
We're hiding here.
Retrievers.
Retrievers? Retrievers.
Skeleton.
No. Wait, do you want us to go to the skeleton room? Do you want us to go visit that skeleton? If so, could you set off that REM pod on the floor for me? I'd greatly appreciate it.
3.
3. 3 what?
I want 7.
I want 7.
Ryan.
Ryan? What Ryan are you referring to? Is it Ryan from Twin Paranormal?
They're still good here.
They're still good here.
Kill.
And then he says, kill.
Help me speak.
Help me speak. I'll be quiet for a second.
How do we work it?
How do we work it? If you get close to that REM pod, if that's what you're referring to,
Jax.
If you get close to it, it'll set it off.
Morning.
It says Jax, and he says morning. If you get close to that antenna, there's a nice little red light on the floor. That red light will not harm you. Unless you're referring to the grid that I have on the wall. That also will not harm you. All that is if you walk in front of it, it will take the grid away from the location
I've
you're
been here
standing in.
500 years.
And I'll be able to see your shadow.
Us.
Could you move Sarah?
Nobody talks to us.
We're trying to talk to you. We're trying to communicate with you. Geo's under the SS method right now. And we're trying to hear your voice so we can communicate better with you and kind of understand your story.
Is that all?
That is exactly all we're trying to do.
Wait and see.
Wait and see. Do you want me to wait and see your shadow in the grid? You're more than welcome to step foot in front of that grid. I promise you I will not be scared.
I need
I need what?
that.
You need what? That what?
Leave
Why do you want us to leave?
a few
A few.
face.
What about a face?
Leave.
Square.
Square. And then he says leave over there.
Room.
Leave room. Where would you want us to go?
I don't know.
I don't know where I should go. Oh. Jesus Christ, what was that? Something made a sound back over there. I don't know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who made that sound back there?
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere back there. Who made that sound? Was that you? State your name.
Die.
Die.
Watch out.
Did you die here? Watch out.
Expand.
Portal.
Expand. Expand. It says portal.
Demon.
Ain't no way he said that. After it said watch out. Expand. Demon. Could you give me a name? I ask you again. Can you give me a name? Please.
I don't mean to scare you.
I don't mean to scare you. You're not necessarily scaring me right now. Like I said, we're just here to communicate
7.
with you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome to communicate with us. We have no problem with that whatsoever. It would be even better if you just showed yourself in this laser grid. Just stand in front of these green dots and I can see exactly where you're located.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Could you do that for me, please?
That
Stand-
works.
That works. Well, could you go ahead and stand in front of them?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Nav.
Bath. Are you wanting us to go to the restroom where the bath is at? Where they were doing the torture, I guess you would say? Is that what you're referring to?
2.
2. There's 2 of us in here right now, myself and Geo.
White.
White, I heard that. The white tub? Would you mind showing us inside the grid where exactly you're at? Or if you could push that doll down one more time for us before I pull him out, could you do that for me? Could you rock that chair that's right next to Geo? And push down Sarah the doll? This REM pod has been dead all day. Like it'll go off every once in a good while, but when it goes off, it's as soon as we start it up, and can't really tell if it's like a calibration or if we're too close to it or what the situation is, but it doesn't really give us much.
30.
30.
Fallen.
Fallen. The doll had fallen.
Begin.
Megan. So is the doll's name Megan?
Break.
What we're getting ready to go do is have a break because it's so hot in this place today. Today is a very special day.
Place.
And this is a very special place at that. Go ahead and get them pulled out. Kind of do a little recap.
Steven.
What was that? Steven from Haunted Nights. REM pod did not go off at all. Music box didn't go off at all. Sarah didn't fall off. What's the name of this spirit?
Don't mess with me.
Yeah. Don't mess with me. First one alone in here.
I suggest you leave.
I suggest you leave. Why do you want me to leave?
It is Geo's turn for the alone session. Do you want me to go inside a specific room?
Left.
Go left. I've never seen it do that before, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Basement. 8 spirits.
So supposedly there were underground tunnels here. Is that true? Could you set off that music box?